Well, howdy everyone. I thought I'd discuss something that's brought to my attention. A friend of mine sent me a news article. Let me put my glasses on. I want to read you this shit. It's from the local paper, The Voice, and it's under the section of Tazewell County Talk by Earl Cole, but the article is written by Warren Hinkle, and the title is Not in Their Neighborhood. I didn't know this was going on until I seen the article, and then I'm like, what in the fucking red state bullshit is this? Some residents of Fincastle Avenue and Tazewell will be relieved to learn that the Harper's home will not be coming to our neighborhood. Well, see, I needed to do a little research on what the fuck the Harper's home is, and apparently it's a home where the Department of Social Service could take kids that they're taking out of people's homes that are within being, molested, raped, drug. The parents are stoned out on drugs, or any kind of abuse, starvation, you name it. Not being clean, not being taken care of. April Moorfield, I guess that's who's over it, told The Voice Tuesday morning that a different location was being selected after the vote of the board of directors on Sunday. The residents attended a public hearing on changing the zoning for one piece of property on their street so it could become Harper's home, a planned short-term haven for children entering the foster care system. Many of the residents feel the Harper's home is a good idea and may be needed. Well, I wouldn't say maybe, I say it is needed. But it became clear they do not want it in their neighborhood. That's funny. And I guarantee you these people are also against abortion, but don't want to have any programs to try to help these kids that are born. Whether it be, K through 12, free lunches, or any daycare, or any afternoon care, or anything like that. No, that costs money. Yeah, it costs money. And people around here that don't make shit can't afford it. You don't even give them a living fucking wage. Let me see. I thought that Tazewell had progressed beyond this. Guess I was wrong. Yeah, you damn right she was wrong. Tazewell wants to look great. People out here advertising about how great Tazewell County is. But it's racist. Matter of fact, I'm going to do a video about that damn statue standing right there in front of the courthouse of a Confederate soldier. If you're going to have anything here, it should be somebody that represents the county, like, I don't know, a farmer, or a rancher, or, coal mining, or something other than a Confederate soldier that rebelled against the United States. I'll get into that one later. One resident, Lindsay Asbury, told council Friday at Fincastle is a busy street which would be a safety issue for children. I don't see why they have kids walk to school all the time that live on Fincastle. But see, you gotta understand something about Fincastle. There's a lot of wealthy people live on that road. The big fine houses and, probably hundreds of thousands, if not $1 million homes. So, they don't want these kind of kids there. It'll make them look bad. Make the area look bad. If you have a bunch of poor kids walking up and down the fucking street to go to the school or be out in a yard that they have for them to play in, but we don't want to see those kids. Another Fincastle resident, Jennifer Lowe, presented council with a petition against the change in zoning and a list of available properties that could be used for the home. Well, goddamn, I tell you what. That was awful nice of you, Jennifer Lowe, to have a petition, have people actually sign a piece of paper, say they don't want no damn kids that need help in their area. That looked terrible. Especially all these bikers and truckers and, and hard-working blue-collar people that drive that fucking road. I mean, y'all just keep on going, keep on going. We don't want to see you. We don't want just pass by. Sheriff Sheets, another resident of Fincastle, says she was not opposed to Harper's home, but to the location which she believes will decrease the value of homes in the area. There we go. There we go. Bunch of kids that are in need and poor and hungry and abused, and to be there just long enough until they can get them into a foster home will cost the devalue of their property. Their property means more. Their property value means more than a child. It says it right here. It says it right here, black and white. Don't believe me? I'll post it. I'll post this damn thing. This is unbelievable. And Tazewell wonders why they can't get no businesses in here. Well, when they see how you treat your residents, especially their children, why the fuck would they even bother coming here? That's just like, I think it was Friday, as a man on drugs, yanked his fucking clothes off, took his two-year-old child, was trying to baptize him, I guess get the demons out of him, had him upside down, and drowned him. See what he done? So he drowned himself. And Tazewell, NMS, don't get me wrong, they did their best to try to bring that baby back in Tazewell Community Hospital. From what I understand, they worked long and hard because it had some life left in him. Just think, if we had something like this, the Department of Social Service probably could have got that kid out of there before this happened. But no, it may cause my property value to go down. She also is concerned because she has 3 small children in her home and fears for their safety. That's some bullshit, man. What the fuck? Alice Walwork, another neighbor, says she was completely opposed to changing the zoning of the property for Harper's home. Is this the direction we want Tazewell to go? She asked. A direction in Tazewell to go. What, to help kids? To help save kids' lives? I guess she don't give a fuck about kids. But I bet she's fucking against abortions. The way I see abortions, just let them. If a woman wants to have an abortion, go ahead and have it. Late-term abortions, I disagree. But why bring a child in this world for it to suffer? If you know that child's going to suffer, ain't it better for it to be put away before it has a conscience, before it knows what's going on, before it has fear, terror in its heart, and trust. Can you imagine, these kids trust these people, their parents, or whoever they're living with, and they do these terrible, terrible things to them or even kill them? Well, trying to save kids, that's not Tazewell's vocabulary. No, we bulldogs. Well, fuck your kids. I thought Tazewell had progressed past its us and them issues. I remember the battle fought for years to have all these area's children attend the same elementary school. Now with Tazewell Intermediate and Tazewell Primary, this change has been accomplished. Now this gets good. Reverend Tom Cornell told the council he was torn because as a 12-year-old he had been removed from his home in the middle of the night. He said he had worked in a children's home for 6 years and had seen the abuse, abandoned, and neglected. But he asked if students had been, if studies had been done. He also questioned if such a facility belonged in a historic district where many of the homes are 100 years old or older, and questioned the safety of the older home. Well, I'm pretty sure they've done a study. If not, I'm sure one could be done. But yeah, the safety of a home should be priority. And I understand that, but that's no reason to kick it out of the damn town. Conley asked what would prevent the home from being turned into a halfway house for addicts, those recently released from jail or sex offenders. Where are these people supposed to go? This don't even have anything about addicts or sex offenders or people just released from jail, a halfway house. No one even proposed that. But I guess having a house for children that have been neglected or abused until they can find a foster home, he's comparing that to addicts, sex offenders, and people just out of jail. And this is a fucking preacher. I guess I'll see him where I'm going. If there is a hell, these motherfuckers right here against these kids, doing something great for these kids, give them some stability until they can get, find them a home. You people blow my motherfucking mind. You see why people move from here? People hate this fucking county. I hate this county. If I had the money, I'd fucking move from it too. That's the reason why people are stuck here. That's the reason why people are stuck all over the fucking country. They want to move. Can't afford it. Takes money to move. You people are disgusting and you're sick. He says, in quotes, "You're placing us all at risk," he said, unquote. How the fuck is that placing them at risk? He's more worried about himself, and of course the image of Tazewell and the image of Fincastle. then the risk of these kids being murdered, which just happened to a child, raped, beaten, starved. What the fuck? You people don't give a shit about kids, then. Well, I love my kids. I love all kids, man. I ain't a kid around I wouldn't do anything I could for them. If I had the money, shit, I'd build a goddamn house for them. Castle resident Tammy Mitchell spoke for the children. Good, finally somebody of the region. She asked how they would feel if a child in their family needed emergency placement, and because none was available, they ended up in Virginia Beach. Yeah, they'll take them to the other side of the damn state. We can't be afraid, Mitchell said. Amen. You talk about the value of your property, but our most valuable resource is our children. I agree 100%. I'm not here for the property, I'm here for the children, unquote. Thank you, Tammy Mitchell. At least somebody out there spoke for the children. You know why I don't go to these meetings? Because you see how I talk? I talk shit. If it's wrong, I want to talk some shit. I want to let my voice be heard. But next, thing happens, my ass has been hauled out or going to jail for speaking my motherfucking mind. Free speech is only free depending on who you're around. If you say the wrong speech, your ass go to jail. Or they kick you off the property. Former town manager and mayor Jerry Wood opposed the change, saying that the purpose of zoning is to balance land use and to provide value to property owners. He said when he was in his former position, they needed to have a place to protect children, and they, quote, put them in the old jail, unquote. What the fuck? They put them in the old jail. Treating them like prisoners. Kids are already terrified of what's going on. And putting them in the old jail. Aaron Gillespie, attorney for the Care Center and member of the Board of Supervisors, assured the group that safety was their first concern. He asked them to understand what Harper's Home is meant to be, a safe harbor for the Department of Social Service workers to be able to take a child who has been removed from their home to have a safe, comfortable place to go. A child whose life has been in immediate danger shouldn't be forced to wait in a car in a parking lot or sleep on a cot at the Department of Social Service building. Ain't that? I tell you what, people, y'all don't give a shit about these kids. Fuck you. I'm just gonna say it straight up. Fuck you. You need to look in the fucking mirror and look at the monster you really fucking are. This is wholly unacceptable, unquote. He said there is a need, and this is a simple solution. Every child that we can intervene early enough gives the possibility of changing the trajectory of a child's life. Amen. Move the town in the right direction. Yeah, these kids could grow up and stay in this town, this county, and do great things because you saved their fucking lives. You saved them from the hell that they were in. That hand of God that you motherfuckers preach all the time. Here's an opportunity to be that hand of God and reaching out and saving these little kids. Ain't that what Jesus preached? About, saving the children? Read your fucking Bibles, people. Dale Hill said that it took a foster child coming into his life to understand. His daughter became friends with a girl who was in the system because each time she was sent back to her home, she was raped too many times. See? We gotta protect them, man. At all costs. I mean, give up some of that fucking money you spend on them fancy ass cop cars and SUVs and all that wood. Jesus Christ, does the county need all that fancy ass police shit? Damn. I mean, don't get me wrong, our cops are good cops. And they drive around in some of the most expensive fucking SUVs and cars I've ever seen. Use some of that money to help save our fucking kids in our county. He asked the group if they thought Doc Whitten's home was bad. Your thoughts and decisions will never be as bad as the one night for one of these children, Hill said. April Moorfield, executive director of the care center, spoke last. I respect every opinion, she said. I may not agree, but I understand. She said claims made against the project were completely false, and that the way the children are treated during this difficult time in their lives was laying a foundation for their future. That's true. She said being in the neighborhood was important for the children who have nothing, are missing teeth, sometimes have their heads shaved because of lice, need clothing and shoes. It is appalling. You don't want them in your neighborhood, Moorfield said. It is appalling. It's sickening. It's disgusting. I don't see how you fucking people can go out in the fucking public and hold your head up high. Oh, I know why. Because you have money. You have prestige. You have power. But fuck the children. That's the way it's always been. Fuck the children. Supposed to love them. Read the Bible again. You claim to be Christians? Read that motherfucker. She says she agrees and hopes the new location will be welcoming. I hope so too. I hope wherever they find one, wherever it's at, I hope these people are trying so hard to help these kids, and these kids find peace and have bright futures. As of right now, Tazewell don't give a shit about a kid's future. That says it right here. I know how they are at school. My kids went to school there in Tazewell. We were poor. They treated them like shit. If you're not middle class or upper class and you're a poor kid going to school here in Tazewell, you're looked down on. There's no equality here. None. And heaven forbid you be black or brown. And you're poor. That's even worse. But yeah, Tazewell County, town of Tazewell. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm treating these kids like this. I always say after in my videos to show love, compassion, It's hard to show love and compassion to people that don't show no love or compassion towards kids that could die. They're going hungry, being raped or molested or abandoned, starving, living in filth. How the hell is a kid supposed to get an education to become a productive person in society when society kicks them right in the fucking face while they're down, while they're little babies, little kids, man? Where's your fucking compassion? Where's your love? I don't know. Tazewell, you gotta get your shit together. I know I'm old, sick, and dying. I won't live to see it. But I hope one day this is a better county for my kids, my grandkids. Because as of right now, you're gonna lose them all. Keep losing that money. All these people that move out here, that can move out here, they're taking money with them. Taking tax money, taking all that property tax money, vehicle tax money, gas tax. Pathetic.